Michael, let's get right to it. Yesterday here, the Red Bulls and TFC got it on. Sloppy game, defensively struggling, both of them. The Red Bulls can't close out a game with a 2-goal lead. Both goalkeepers look shaky, on, but the veterans came through for both squads. Jozy Altidore, Michael Bradley, Wright Phillips, Felipe Melo. To me, it was a story. It was a game of two different halves. Talk about it.
The Red Bulls took the 2-0 lead, then Toronto whittled it down to 2-1, and the Red Bulls got their dangerous 3-1 lead. And for the fifth time this season, the Red Bulls allowed it to slip away. You've got to give Toronto credit, no doubt about that. They came back strong, and I think it was a combination of Toronto forcing the issue and the Red Bulls trying to. I think their confidence has been shaken. I had tweeted this yesterday during the game. The best way for the Red Bulls to actually win a game these days is to take the lead in the 90th minute so the other team doesn't have much time to come back. And actually they did that against Alianza in the CONCACAF Champions League last week where they won 1-0. I was only kidding about it in the tweet. As it turned out, that might be more reality than comedy. The game was a battle of great strikers. Bradley Wright Phillips had 2 goals for the Red Bulls. He probably could have had at least 2 more, but still can't knock a brace. And Jozy Altidore, I mean, this is the Jozy Altidore we've been waiting for years. Someone who combines every important aspect of the game, knowledge, power, speed, and he has just been outstanding for Toronto over the last number of games. I don't have his stats in front of me, but they're really ridiculous and astronomical.
Absolutely, Michael. And I'm the first one to eat crow, and I'm the first one to step up to the plate as I did after the game and all day today, giving him credit where credit is due, because I was the one after the first home game with the mic right in his face asking him, you're not producing, you're making big bucks, people are wanting to know what's wrong, when are you going to produce? And I'm glad to eat some American humble pie, but my only concern is this. He needs to show up in big-time games for TFC in the playoffs, which we've yet to see. The USA are playing Mexico right off the bat. We're going to see then. And a World Cup, because we know the USA will get to a World Cup. And then we can finally judge him. Right or wrong, Michael?
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, what he is doing right now is superb, no doubt about it. Unfortunately, we didn't have an opportunity to judge him in the 2014 World Cup because he came up lame in the first game. But he is definitely a key player for the U.S., and obviously a key player for Toronto as well, too. And we'll see how things go in October, November, and perhaps December. I'm looking forward to seeing him play. I think the key to Jozy Altidore's game isn't necessarily him playing up to his abilities, but staying away from injuries, because once he gets injured, it takes a long time for him to get back into the zone. And I think that's part of it. And if he stays healthy, Toronto could go places. I understand soccer is more than a one-man team, but when you have a striker like that with all those abilities coming together, it makes up for a lot of sins.
So, the guy that really, to me, enlightened me and woke me up watching that game yesterday was Daniel Royer. I haven't paid much attention to him. I'm sure you have more than me. Obviously, you follow them. But this is a guy that can play. This is a guy that I believe can really add a different dimension to the squad going into the playoffs, Michael. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he just had a good game and he hasn't been good all year. I liked what I saw from him yesterday.
Yeah, he's a recent signing by the Red Bulls, so I think people are still learning about him. He got off to a slow start, but yes, he has come on very well. He's been a part of goals. He could defend well. More importantly, he fits into the Red Bulls pressing, pressurized system that they like to have their forwards and midfielders and wingers force the opposition into making a bad pass, and they get a easy goal-scoring opportunity out of it, or just making life miserable for the people up front. But he's fit into the system very, very well. And I think he's uh, stepped ahead of Gonzalo Verón, who was signed last year as a DP, but has not produced as consistently as as Red Bull officials had hoped. So I really think Daniel Royer is the real deal with this team. It'll be interesting to see how much more playing time he will get to the rest of the regular season and in the playoffs.
To me, Michael, I look at this squad, and I was watching the game yesterday, and I saw what you had on the bench there for the Red Bulls. It is a veteran-laden team. This is a team that this year needs to go deep into the playoffs, possibly get to the final, maybe win it all. If not, I look at them really changing three-quarters of this squad next year. They have to. They have to instill some younger blood. I mean, I watched Dax McCarty when he came into the game, and granted, he's coming off some real tough injury issues, but he looked old. He didn't look like the Dax McCarty I remember. And you're looking at other guys that, like Colin, his better days for me have gone. I don't know, Michael. Maybe you're seeing something different than I am.
I still think Colin's got something left in his tank. That's my gut feeling. He's been banged up a lot this year, just about all over his body. And when I say all over his body, from his legs to his torso to his head. So if he can get some time alone to recuperate, regenerate, whatever you want to call it, I think he would play at a much more higher level. Compared to what the Red Bulls had earlier this year, though, Colin is an improvement, no doubt about it.